SE line is made up out of 3 tube mics, large diaphragm tubes, 3 large diaphragm FET studio condensers, 3 small diaphragm studio condensers, and we're going to take a quick look through the line right now. Starting out with the Gemini, which is our flagship over here. The Gemini is a 2-tube cardioid condenser. It's a fixed polar pattern cardioid. And of course the name Gemini is from the mythological twins, thus the 2 tubes. And the second tube takes the place of the output transformer and therefore makes it active balanced. The Gemini is known for having a real huge sound, as much as a big sound is somewhat of a cliche these days, but it does have a very big sound. It's great on male vocals, also a real standout on saxophone. In fact, Eric Marenthal from Chick Corea's band is doing tracks with this right now. And also trumpet can take close to 160 dB SPL, and so it's a real effective mic on trumpet too. Next we're going to take a look at the Z5600A, its neighbor over here. The Z5600A is a single valve cardioid large studio condenser. It's a 1.6 millimeter diaphragm, gold sputtered. If you look over here, this is the interface for the 5600. There's 9 polar patterns starting with Omni, going through the cardioid over to figure of 8 for the 56. Something very interesting to do with the 56 on vocals is if you start out in a cardioid position and you want a little bit more low end, you can a couple of clicks towards figure of 8, or a little less low end, a couple of clicks towards Omni, because this controls the proximity effect. So the polar patterns are usable in a number of interesting ways, both to shape the low end, say working it close with a vocal, or for the usual applications of, say, an Omni or a figure of 8 to use for vocals or MS recording. Next in the line is the ISIS. The ISIS has got a very distinctive industrial design. It's a single tube, fixed polar pattern cardioid condenser, also a 1.07 diaphragm. And it's our only mic that has an edge mount diaphragm. And the edge mount, it's got a bit of a different voicing to it. This mic is a real standout for female vocalists or aggressive rock and roll male tenors, where a little silkier top end is going to work real well for you. Like both the Gemini and the 56, all of these come packaged with the wood storage box that you can see over here, and they also come inside the flight case down here. So here's the look of the flight case. So full packaging includes the shock mount, power supply, cable, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so those are the 3 tube mics that lead up our tube line. Next, we're going to take a look at the FET line, also with three mics. The first one we'll look at is the Titan. Now, the Titan is a titanium diaphragm, large capsule studio condenser. This is a 1-inch titanium diaphragm. It has 3 polar patterns. That's cardioid, Omni, and figure of 8, pad and roll. And what's distinctive about the titanium diaphragm is, of course, it's really great high frequency transient response. So it's very tight. Also the low end, because titanium is a very good transient response, very tight low. So this is outstanding on horns, brass. It's a great announce mic. It's also good for classical recording. We've had these used as primary pairs on decatrees in Omni mode. Really outstanding there. Like the Gemini, this is also transformerless balanced. So this is all done with Class A circuitry and gives you a higher SPL performance. So that's the Titan. It also comes in the wood storage box and comes with a custom high quality cable. And comes in a case like the Gemini or the 56. Next, in the FET line, is the Z3300A. The Z3300A has 3 polar patterns, cardioid, omni, and figure of 8. Also a 1.07-inch diaphragm, gold diaphragm, pad and roll. Voicing on this is a flatter, smoother voicing, so it would be more comparable to something like a TLM 170 style voicing. It also comes in a flight case with a shock mount. Next in the family is the 2200A. 2200A has won just about every award you can win for a studio condenser in Europe, and is now becoming much more of an outstanding mic known in the US. 2200A, fixed polar pattern cardioid condenser, pad and roll, comes with a shock mount, comes in the flight case. The voicing style on the 2200 is much more U87, so when it gets compared with the 22 and the 33, this has got the signature mid-range bump in it. This has got a flatter response. So depending on what you're looking for, it helps you choose your microphone right there. Okay, so now we've taken a look at the 3 tube mics and the 3 FET mics. Next in the range is our small diaphragms. This would be the SE3. The SE3 is a fixed polar pattern end address cardioid condenser. It's a 1/2-inch capsule, and it also has 10 dB pad and roll. Comes with a shock mount and a case, and is available either as a matched stereo pair with a stereo bar, as you can see down here, or as a single microphone. Next in the range is the SE2. The SE2A is a 3-capsule system. So it comes with cardioid, omni, and figure of 8, and a shock mount in a flight case. And we've had all sorts of wonderful feedback about how this competitively compares with the omni capsule to other things out there. So it's outstanding value for a 3-capsule system, and is extremely competitive with some of the best known names out there for an omni capsule. Now we do offer the same microphone, which would be our entry-level cardioid condenser, and that's the SE1, and that comes with comes in a box with an adapter, and that's our entry-level. Okay, next, and new for the show, is the R1 ribbon mic. R1 ribbon mic is a 1.07 micron thick, pure aluminum ribbon. It's a large ribbon geometry. It has extended high frequency response and very good output for a ribbon mic. And it's brand new for the show. Also comes in a flight case with a shock mount, and it has the distinctive sound that ribbons have been known for. Very smooth on vocals, great on things like brass instruments, strings, and of course is very well known on guitar amps. And this will take a good SPL, so you can get it right up there on a guitar amp and thump away. The warranty I mentioned on a ribbon, because ribbons are known for being delicate, does include 3 ribbon replacements over the lifetime of the mic. Personally, myself, I've actually taken one of these and dropped it and haven't been just fine. So it's more robust than you might think. So that kind of wraps up a quick look at what's new at the show for SE. And thanks to you folks.